All right, good morning. I'm a little late getting this video out, but I'm going to get it out in time for y'all to use it. So here we go. So we're looking at special right triangles this week. So there are two kinds of special right triangles. The first one is a 45, 45, 90. Now, 45, 45, and 90 indicates the angle measure. So your angles, it's a right triangle, so it has a 90, and your angles, your other two angles are 45 each. So it looks something like this. If you take a square and you draw a diagonal, then half of that triangle is a 45, 45, 90. So this would be your 90, this would be 45 degrees, and this would be 45 degrees. Now, since the angles are the same, it is an isosceles triangle. So the legs, which the legs are the two that make up the right angle, okay, the legs would be the same. So we're going to let this leg be A and this leg be A. I'm using A because A is what they use on the notes from the Study Island notes that I sent out in the packet, and the Study Island notes on Study Island, obviously. But anyway, so your legs are going to be the same. So if this leg is 8, then this leg is 8. If this leg is 42, then this leg is 42. Okay? Then to get the hypotenuse, you take the leg A and you multiply it by square root of 2. Okay? Now, you're going to use these as like little formulas, and every single time this is going to work, okay? So, let's look at an example. All right. Let's say that this leg, it says the hypotenuse of a 45, 45. Let's say the hypotenuse is 25 inches. And we want to find the length of a leg, okay? So instead of multiplying, I know the hypotenuse, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hypotenuse, 25, and I'm going to set it equal to a square roots of 2, because hypotenuse is a square roots of 2. Then I'm going to solve this for a. And when I solve this for a, what is it going to give me? The length of a leg. So I'm going to divide by square root of 2. That cancels out. I'm going to get my handy dandy calculator here. And I'm going to go ahead and STD it. Well, I'll leave it. 25 square roots of 2 over 2. I don't know if Study Island wants you to leave it as a radical or get the STD, get the decimal, so I'm going to do both. 17.7. Okay, so my leg here would be 17.7. And this leg also would be 17.7. Okay, we're going to do another example. Let's say I know the leg. All right, let's say I know the leg is 18.3. And I want to find the hypotenuse. Okay, so the leg is A. So to get the hypotenuse, I multiply A, which is the leg, times square root of 2. So down here, all I'm going to do is the hypotenuse is A times square root of 2, which is 18.3 times square root of 2. So I'm going to plug that in my calculator. And I get 25.9. So my hypotenuse would be 25.9. Okay? All right, so that is how you do the 45, 45. The 45, 45 is actually kind of easier because the legs are the same, where the next one, the second kind of special right triangle, is a 30, 60, 90. Okay, again, the 30, the 60, and the 90 stand for the angle measures. 90 because it's a right triangle. My other two angles would be 30 and 60. So I have a small angle and a large angle. Therefore, I'm going to have a small side or a short side and a long side or long leg, short leg and long leg. So it's going to look something like this. Whoops. So here's my right. This would be my bigger angle, so it would be 60. This would be my smaller angle, so it would be 30. If you take an equilateral triangle, like, I'll just draw this like this, an equilateral triangle, and you cut it down the middle, then that's a 30, 60, 90 on the side. But we're not going to do that right now. All right, so anyway, so here's a 30, 60, 90. So in a 30, 60, 90 triangle, so this is the short leg. It's across from the 30-degree angle. The short leg is always across from the 30-degree. The long leg is across from the 90, the 60, because 60 is bigger than 30, so the longer one's going to be across. And then, of course, the hypotenuse. Okay, now, on a 30, 60, 90, we use the short leg. Everything goes off of the short leg, so we're going to let the short leg be A. Okay, then to get the hypotenuse, I simply multiply that by 2. So the hypotenuse is 2A. And the long leg is A times square root of 3. All right, so everything kind of is based off the short leg. You got to get it first if it's not given to you. All right, so let's look at an example here. And 30, 60, 90 triangle. The longer leg, let's say the longer leg, which is this one, is 15 centimeters. What is the length of the hypotenuse? We want the hypotenuse, okay? All right, so we're going to use our little formulas up here. So my long leg is A times square root of 3. So I'm going to say 15 equals A times the square root of 3. I'm going to divide by square root of 3. Just to get A. Now, A is not what I want because A is the short leg, but I can multiply A by 2 to get the hypotenuse, which is what I want. Okay, so I'm going to use my calculator. 15 divided by square root of 3, 8.7. Okay, so that's my short leg. My short leg is 8.7, but I don't need my short leg. I need my hypotenuse. So I need my hypotenuse is 2 times A. So I need to multiply 2 times 8.7. Okay, so go back up here. I'm just going to leave it in my calculator and just go times 2. 10 square roots of 3, or 17.3. Now, I left my radicals on there too because I don't know how your answers are going to leave it on your multiple choice. Okay, so 10 square roots of 3. So that is a 30, 60, 90. We'll do another one. Let me draw it real quick. Well, it's fuzzy now. All right, here we go. So in this example, I want to know my long leg and I know my hypotenuse. So kind of the opposite of this example up here. Okay, but I still have to find my short leg first. I'm going to have to find A in order to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my formula for hypotenuse, which is 2A. So I'm going to say 18 equals 2A divided by 2. So A is 9. Then my long leg is A times square root of 3. So A is 9, so I get 9 times square root of 3. They'll either leave it like that or 9 square roots of 3 equals, leave it like that, or they'll STD at 15.6. Now, if they had just asked for the short leg, I could have stopped right here, okay? But they didn't. They wanted the long leg, so I had to go ahead and multiply. All right? So hopefully this video helps you guys. I love y'all. Have a great day. You're awesome. You're doing great in class. Everybody is doing their work and turning something in like they're supposed to, and I'm so very proud of y'all. Keep it up.